Hi everyone, my name is Jessie. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel today. I am a goal-oriented working mom. I create content all about personal growth and development, setting goals and making progress in our life. And for me, my focus in 2022 is all about finance and fitness. So if that is the type of content you are interested in, I really hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and stick around. If you clicked on this video, you probably saw the title, and so you understand that we have some exciting news. We are expecting our second boy, and I can barely believe it that I am already all the way through my first trimester. So time is flying by. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was so excited. I'm so happy. And all I want is everything that any mom would want, and that is to have a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. But also at the time that I found out I was pregnant, I also had just started to finally make progress in my weight loss after having my first boy. So while I had all this excitement, I also started thinking, gosh, is it possible to continue on with my progress and my weight loss progress even during pregnancy? So I've done a lot of research on this topic. I have been very open with my doctor about my concerns and my hopes. And the truth of the matter is that I didn't come into this pregnancy underweight. I didn't even come into this pregnancy at what would be considered a healthy weight for my height. Now, I think the majority of us would agree that the BMI scale and the BMI metrics is completely outdated, and we really shouldn't be judging our healthy body composition on BMI alone. We really need to take into account our body fat percentage, our entire lifestyle. But all of that taken into consideration, my doctor and I do feel that it is a safe expectation for me to maintain my body weight until later on in the pregnancy, which the third trimester weight gain is going to be inevitable. But I should not be using that as an excuse to put on an excessive amount of weight during this pregnancy. And I have been working really hard to maintain a healthy diet and a healthy activity level through the first trimester of this pregnancy. And as a result, I have actually gained 0 pounds during the first trimester of my pregnancy. Here are the 7 things that I am doing to maintain my weight during pregnancy. First and foremost, I am chugging ice water like a crazy person. Ice water is one of the only things that gives me some relief and comfort to my insane heartburn, the dizziness, and the morning sickness. So I've always been really good about getting in my gallon of water a day. And right now I think it's safe to say that I'm getting in more than a gallon of water a day. And it is ice cold water. Your water is good for your pregnancy. It not only does it help keep your system flushed, support the functionality of everything that's going on in your little baby's world, but it also helps your baby to maintain a healthy body temperature because they're not able to regulate their body temperature themselves yet. So keeping your body temperature regulated by continuously drinking cool water is good for your pregnancy, it's good for your baby, and it's good for maintaining a healthy weight. Number 2, I am continuing to hit all 12,000 steps each and every day. So I'm keeping my activity level up despite the tiredness that I'm feeling. When I get a burst of energy, I jump on it and get my steps in. I'm keeping my activity level high. And I've noticed that when I keep my activity level high, my energy level actually stays higher than it does on the days when I don't really do anything all day. So maintaining my activity level, my day-to-day activity level, is a huge contributor to the fact that I haven't gained a single pound during my first trimester. Number 3, I'm still going to the gym. I am in the gym 3 to 4 times every week, no excuses. Although my baby bump is pretty small at this point, it is there, and when I'm running, it feels very heavy. So I've had to put running on pause at this point, but I am still hopping on the elliptical. I do the Stairmasters, and I attend a really fun Zumba class weekly. So I'm continuing on with my cardio, and I also am continuing to lift weights. Now during this time, I am not focusing on PRs. I'm not focusing on any big gains. I'm just focusing on maintaining my current muscle that I have. So I'm not going to be doing any weightlifting that's going to strain or hurt myself, but research does support maintaining muscle mass during your pregnancy is good for you, it's good for your pregnancy, and it's going to be good for your baby. Just got to be careful not to go too heavy, but I've been weightlifting for decades, so I know what I'm doing, and I know when it's time to lift heavy and when it's not time to lift heavy. Number 4, if I'm not hungry, I'm not eating. It's not actually that uncommon for women to not gain weight in their first trimester because of how sick we feel or because of how inconsistent our appetite is. And to not worry because our appetite will soon return to normal in the second trimester. But for me, that's definitely been the case. I've had to now switch to eating smaller snacks throughout the day. So when I'm hungry, I snack on something healthy. But a lot of the time when it's mealtime, I just can't eat my whole dinner. I just can't eat my whole lunch. So instead, if I'm not hungry, if I'm feeling full, I stop. There's no point in making myself sick or uncomfortable. I can always eat when I'm hungry. And when I am hungry, I make sure that I'm getting in lots of protein and lots of nutrient-dense food. But if I'm not hungry, I'm not gonna force myself to eat because it's just gonna make me more uncomfortable and more miserable. And plus, remember, our bodies are smart. When it's time to eat, our bodies will let us know. Number 5, I refuse to fall into this myth that we are eating for 2 people. I am not eating for 2 full-grown people. Your baby just doesn't need that many calories. The baby is going to take the nutrients that he needs. So if I put myself in a caloric deficit, the only one that's really gonna suffer is me. So I have decided not to necessarily put myself in a caloric deficit, but I am not going to be eating for 2 full-grown people because I'm not eating for 2 full-grown people. In fact, for the first trimester, you don't need to up your calories. Well, I should say I don't need to up my calories at all because, again, I'm not coming into my pregnancy underweight or even at a healthy weight. I'm coming into this pregnancy at a point where it is recommended that I try to lose weight. So I am not eating for 2 full-grown people. I'm eating for myself. And the rule of thumb is in your first trimester, you eat as normal. In your second trimester, you can increase your calories by a snack. And by your third trimester, maybe it might be time to increase your calories by a meal, but you got to check in with your doctor. Your baby just doesn't need an additional 2,000 calories. It's not an excuse to overindulge. Number 6, I am not viewing pregnancy as an excuse to be unhealthy. In fact, when I think about pregnancy, I look at it as a great time of life to actually strive to be my healthiest. What a great time to really improve my clean eating. What a great time to make sure I'm getting enough sleep, to be getting enough rest, make sure I'm getting enough exercise, make sure I'm really taking care of myself, because not only am I taking care of myself to make sure I'm healthy, but I want this little baby to be healthy. I want this little baby to start off with a fighting chance of living a healthy life. If I need a snack, I'm snacking on fruit, I'm snacking on vegetables, I'm making sure I'm getting in lots of protein. I promise that I'm getting in enough sleep. The other second half to this is that clearly, because I'm not drinking at this time, I'm actually gonna be saving myself a lot of calories. Now, I don't drink an excessive amount, but it's not uncommon for me to have a beer a night or a beer every other night. And I don't drink light beer, I drink craft beer, which is heavier, and it's also super high in calories. It's super filling, lots of carbs. It's delicious, But cutting out that beer, I think, has actually saved me a lot of calories. So I think that that has a lot to do with the fact that, that I am maintaining my weight during pregnancy. And number 7, I am saying no to things that I don't want to do. So if I don't feel like going somewhere, or if I don't feel like attending an event, I'm giving myself permission to say no. I am not going to make myself sick. I'm not going to stress myself out to go spend time with people that I don't know and don't like very much. We're striving to take better care of ourselves. We do such a great job of taking care of ourselves physically that we forget how important it is to take care of our mental health. And one thing that really sends us for a loop when it comes to mental health is that we feel like we have to say yes to everything. We feel like we have to say yes to everybody. We have to do everything we can to make everybody happy. And we forget that we need to make ourselves happy. We need to keep ourselves healthy first. We have to make sure that our tank is full before we can help out and fill up somebody else's tank. So if I don't want to go, if I don't want to participate, if I'm not feeling good, I have more important things to take care of right now than to just make sure everybody's happy with me. They'll get over it tomorrow. If you liked this video, thank you so much. If you're still here, please give this video a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you're pregnant, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. I will be posting more updates as this pregnancy goes on, how I'm doing in my fitness, how I'm doing in my weight. So if that is something that you're interested in seeing, then don't forget to tune in. And I look forward to seeing you next time.